Threshold is a charity. It was incorporated in 2001 by some engineering profs actually at McMaster University and some local contractors. They noted the high unemployment rate among youth in Hamilton and decided that they'd like to do something about it. What they decided to do was to teach building, teach building skills to youth, and then some organized active participation in affordable housing and community projects. The main program is Ready to Work. It's a 12-week program for youth. It's an employability program. It's not really a construction program. We use construction as a delivery vehicle for the program. It's for youth from 15 to 30 with barriers to employment. And that usually for people who are wondering about barriers to employment, at risk of homelessness, marginalized. So basically visible minority, youth that had contact with justice, single parents, people with addictions, Aboriginal youth, females. We have 12 participants per intake, and we do 4 intakes each year. Program is paid based on the minimum wage rate. So it's 35 hours a week for 12 weeks. Participants get boots, tool belts, hand tools, hard hats, safety glasses, and they get to keep this, and they get the rest of PPE as as necessary. They also get first aid and CPR. They get working at heights certification. We do workplace health and safety, and whenever we can, we get them certification using powder actuated tools. So the first 6 weeks we are in the shop here. It's almost all hands-on, a little bit of theory and safety in the classroom, but they do framing, electrical, drywall, and plumbing. We have licensed instructors here. I have a licensed electrician, a licensed plumber, a licensed carpenter. Any of our other instructors have easily over 25 years of experience. So this is the first 6 weeks we're in the shop. Wednesdays, participants do construction math. In the afternoons on Wednesdays, Kathy and our job developer, Shelley, take the youth to the classroom, and they do work on employability skills, resumes, budgeting, finances, and a lot of soft skill work, interview skills, things like that. The second 6 weeks of the program is an on-site. And so it's kind of like a co-op, except we act as the employers for the co-op. And this is so that our instructors can mentor the participants, track attendance, and ensure safety. I know in many co-op programs I've seen participants end up sweeping the floor. This doesn't happen here. There's active involvement in our projects that we do. And I can ensure safety and attendance. So on the projects that we do, we only do for other social agencies or nonprofit community organizations. They supply the material, we supply the labor. So this is kind of where we get a win-win with our program, because most of these other agencies can't afford the cost of a full project. So the advantage that they have is that we can get a job done and get more affordable housing units on the market in that way. So at the end of the program, there's a graduation, cover letter, skills competition, nice lunch. Participants leave with, they leave with cover letters, resumes, and they leave with some skills. Hopefully it's not just all about construction. Our job developer stays in touch. This is what was important, is like follow up. Of those that graduate, we have about 80% either will get a job or go back to school. And that's meaningful employment, not just, part-time things. So the other thing is with the education, going back to schools, the Hamilton Wentworth District School Board will give them 6 elective credits for the co-op they do here. They'll give them 3 elective credits for the life skills, and we're working on getting 3 potential credits for the math program. We put about 650 youth through this program since we started, and we worked on about 60 community building projects.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, look at that.
We're outside. take you in right now. And we're gonna head into the shop. So here's the shop. It's really quiet this morning. And I can walk around and show you a few things in the back here. You might see these, we call them mock-ups. They're mock-up houses. The participants, this is their first job in the shop when they, after their first week of safety training, they come up and begin their carpentry portion and they build mock-up houses. So they have a lot of fun doing that. It's a lot of skills. Here's our drywall booth. I should have had the lights on here. They practice cutting and taping and mudding drywall, and they are looking for a nice, smooth, finished product. We're moving on over to the electrical booth. Well, I'm going to stay out here though because it's kind of dark, but as you can see back there, there's a live panel. They learn how to wire a switch and a light fixture and an outlet. And they learn all about the safety of electrical. Here's a little bit of the plumbing. Some of the students did a nice threshold school there of pipe and all the soldering. That's just some of the plumbing they do. They learn how to plumb a toilet and taps. And there's some more up there. And they have a lot of fun with that. We have a couple of classrooms here at the school. This is our upstairs classroom. It's old-fashioned blackboards, which everybody seems to really like. So they might come in here and sit down and learn some theory about the electrical and then pop out into the electrical booth and back in here. We have another classroom downstairs. It's about the same size as the shop here. That's where they do their most of their theory, and when they do their training for the CPR and the working at heights, they're downstairs in that big classroom. That classroom came to us through the United Way with the help of Sun Life on a day of caring. So they painted and put up nice decorations around. They put a kitchen in, donated a fridge. It's really lovely downstairs.